Before we even get into anything with this video, I want to be clear. Reality is already obeying you. You don't have to do anything to make it obey you. It's already doing this and has always been doing this through your every command, through every assumption. Now, you may have been giving most of your commands unconsciously, and that simply leads to a mixed bag of results. Some wanted, some unwanted. Not the best idea as a conscious creator. But if you want to create a frequency so strong that reality obeys your every conscious command, aka wanted command, that's what we're talking about in this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a frequency so steady, so strong, and stable that it looks like reality is obeying your every wish. If you're new here, hello, I am your Muse, Traci. On this channel, I teach manifestation the Neville Goddard way. I help you peel back the false layers of conditioning and programming so you can wake up each day with the confidence that you are creating your life consciously and on purpose and with ease in every area of your life. Here's what I need you to understand so deeply that it becomes the foundation of everything else you do. Reality is not stubborn. Reality is not chaotic. Reality is not against you. Reality is not confusing or random. Reality is only one thing. It is faithfully obedient to what exactly? Well, to you. It always has been and it always will be. It's by design. This literally can't change. Whatever you hold as deeply true, consciously or unconsciously, your reality reflects back to you with perfect precision. The 3D is not deciding to show you anything. The 3D is not co-creating with you. The 3D is not negotiating. And the only reason it feels like it's not responding the way you want is because most of your commands, your assumptions, your self-talk, your internal reactions are coming from unconscious patterns, unconscious programs that were never yours to begin with. Over time, accidentally, not only did you operate from these unconscious programs that were never yours, but you also accidentally became identified with them. And so they are deeply subconscious and they are running the show day in and day out relentlessly. That is until you put a stop to it by making the unconscious conscious. You are not powerless. You're just unconscious of the power you're using day in and day out. Let me break down the loop that keeps 99% of people recreating the same reality. You project your reality from old assumptions. Reality then reflects those assumptions. You react to what you see. Your reaction reinforces the assumption, and reality reflects it once again. And round and round and round and round and round you go. And because the reaction feels emotional, it feels true, you assume the 3D is showing you what's really true. But it's not. It's showing you one thing and only one thing ever. If you can integrate this one sentence that I'm about to say, you will learn to harness your creative power. Reality is showing you only ever one thing. What is it showing you? Your previous assumptions. That's it. Always, no exceptions. This is the part that most people never grasp. Reality is always an echo. It's never ever the cause. So when you react to the echo, you recommand it or you recreate it for yourself once again. You think you're a victim of your own creation and you keep going, you keep the loop going. You keep giving your energy to the identity you no longer want to live in. But you're the only one that can keep it going, and you do that through your reactions. Only because you take the 3D to be real rather than just reflection or echo, That's it. That's what keeps it going. That sounds simple, but it is profound. And if you look within yourself and ask and see if you are in fact doing this, you'll see that you are indeed doing this. This is why manifestation feels slow, why it feels stuck. Not because the 3D is resisting, not because you can't have what you want, not because it's not possible or available. It's actually none of that. It's only because you keep feeding and empowering the old frequency, the old story, and the old beliefs. So let's talk about frequency. Not in the fluffy, pseudo-spiritual way people use the word, but the way Neville meant this word. Your frequency is your identity, or your dominant state of being, your dominant assumptions, your internal I am. This is exactly why I do the work that I do with my one-on-one clients to uncover and understand the programming at the level of the subconscious so that you can rewrite and create a new identity if it's not what you prefer. You get a choice. This is how you shift everything, and this is why my clients get amazing results when they do the work with me inside my 1-month coaching program. You can find the link in the description. It'll take you to my website. You can learn all about the program and working with me. Back to the show. Your frequency is the truth you believe about yourself. It's the things you say to yourself about yourself in secret. We think it's in secret because it's inside our head, but it's not actually in secret. It's the steady inner knowing of who you believe yourself to be. Reality doesn't obey your wishes. Reality doesn't obey your desires. Reality doesn't obey your affirmations if they contradict your identity. Reality obeys frequency. The frequency of, I am the one this happens for. I am the operant power. I am the source. I am the chooser, not the reactor. This is the frequency that bends reality to your conscious desires. Not effort, not force, not micromanaging the 3D. That's basically called reacting, by the way. And it's not about having perfect thoughts. It's not about being perfect. It's about your identity. What do you deeply believe to be true about yourself? This matters so much. You can't affirm over what you deeply believe to be true about yourself. What you're looking for is a stable inner state that says, this is who I am now. And the 3D, if it hasn't yet, it will. It'll catch up to this. That is the kind of frequency that makes reality have no choice. One of the main reasons you don't feel powerful is because you've spent your whole life being trained to react to appearances. You were raised to believe the 3D is authority. It's what's real. You have to respond to that. That the 3D tells you who you are. That the 3D tells you what's real. That the 3D tells you what's possible. And then you have to just adjust yourself to this. So even when you learn manifestation, you may still be looking at the 3D as those things that I just described, looking at the 3D for the evidence. And the moment you do that, you hand your power over to the 3D reality, which, again, let me repeat it, is always already following you. So this is how you get caught in those loops, those unwanted loops. You slip back into unconsciousness. You slip back into the old assumptions. You slip back into reactive mode, and you slip back into the identity that created the old unwanted reality, and the unwanted loop continues. Your power isn't missing. Your power isn't outside of you. You don't have to earn it or work hard for it or achieve it. You just have to understand what's already happening. That's it. Your power isn't missing. I assure you, it's simply unclaimed. You simply misplaced it. You placed it outside of yourself. You are reacting to your own echo as if it's truth. But the echo has no power. Only your reaction does. And here's how you break this dreaded loop in 5 steps. And step into the frequency that reality cannot ignore. Step number 1, stop reacting to the 3D. Now, I'm not talking about suppressing emotions. Please understand the difference. It's about seeing your reality as an echo, first and foremost, and no longer letting 3D tell you who you are. You feel what you feel, right? We're not suppressing emotions, but you do not take direction from or believe in the echo that you created unconsciously, no doubt. Because if you're having a negative reaction, it's something you don't prefer. You don't create things that you don't prefer consciously. That was done unconsciously. Step number 2, return to your chosen identity again and again. Not, I want to be this version of me, but rather, I am this version of me now. You don't need any confirmation or validation or, anything to choose this identity. You don't. And thinking that you do will keep you stuck. You don't try to be the new version of you. You decide and claim it. This is your birthright to do this. Your identity stabilizes and then creates this frequency that I'm talking about. Step number 3, accept that reality is a little bit behind you, right? There's a lag, there's a time delay. What you see is old. What you choose now is where all of your power is, and it's what will come next. So don't be thrown off by the time delay. Step number 4, hold your inner choice as present fact, not with force, but with the clarity that consciousness is the real reality. Practice this until it becomes your new normal. Step number 5, allow the 3D to reorganize itself. This is the part people struggle the most with, leaving the 3D reality alone. Just let it be there. You don't have to keep engaging with your unwanted 3D reality. I assure you, you do not. If you know it's an echo, if you know it's your creation, then you stop needing to change it. You rest in the faith of knowing that if you change your assumption and you stay there, it will change, right? So needing it to change is really you doubting that it will change. I need to see it change. You don't need to see it change when you know that it will, because as I like to say, that's all that's going on here. Your reality is following you. So when you stabilize and you stay consistent and persistent, reality is going to catch up. So you don't need to wait. Your consciousness is already there, and you know consciousness is the only source. You hold the frequency, the state of being, and the 3D must reflect that. It's already reflecting that. This is the frequency that bends reality, that makes reality have no choice but to follow your lead. Consciously. When this truth drops in, everything changes. You stop chasing signs, you stop watching the 3D, you stop doubting yourself, you stop feeling powerless, because you're not, powerless to an echo, powerless to your own creation. You stop reacting to old assumptions, and you finally embody and operate from what Neville truly meant. The world is yourself pushed out. It has never been and never will be anything else. That's illusion. Reality has always been obeying you. You're just now becoming conscious of the commands that you're giving, as I said in the beginning of the video. If you're ready to break out of the unconscious loop and step into the identity of the one reality has always been following, my 1-month coaching program is where we do this at the deepest level. You'll create lasting shifts where you go from reacting in victim mode to calm confidence, knowing that your consciousness is the only source and has always been the only source. You can find more information by clicking the link in the description below. It'll take you to my website. You can read all about the program and what it's like working with me inside the program. You can also read reviews and testimonials there on my website. If you're still not sure and you have questions, there's a link in the pinned comment where you can book a free consultation with me to ask any questions about working with me or what the program entails, and just get any questions answered. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.